Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we are the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
Joe, are you looking forward to season 5?
I am. This is going by so fast.
Oh, Miss Geller, why you cry? Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole of season 4.
Woohoo! And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you too.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you a little tired from last night?
A little tired from last night. We went to see Nine Inch Nails.
Woo! That was fun.
It was fun. It was a good show.
It was a very good show. And we had really good seats.
Yeah, we had good seats.
And they played all the songs you wanted them to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And we got a night out without the girl kid,
Yeah.
which is always fun.
Very rare.
Those are like dinosaur bones. Very rare indeed. But your sister was nice enough to watch her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, sis.
Anything else?
Well, next week's episode, we're going to be doing another bonus episode.
Yes.
At the end of every season, we watch a movie starring one of our friends.
Yep.
And this week time, we're going to do Scream.
Yes, you've
starring
been
Courtney
waiting
Cox.
for this one.
Yeah.
But since she's in most of the Screams, we thought we'd kind of touch on all of them.
Right.
Just
Well, I was thinking, too, she's not like the only
main,
star.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of an ensemble movie anyway.
Yeah.
But, she's obviously a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
She's in all of the movies.
She's one of the final girls.
So, yeah, we thought we'd discuss, do like our Act 1 synopsis of Scream and then talk about Gale Weathers throughout the series.
Yeah, fun. I'm excited. And then we get to start season 5.
Yeah.
So this week we're doing
A season 4 recap of all of our friends' character arcs and our favorite episodes.
as well as presenting some totals from our favorite quotes and outfits.
Yeah, and some statistics of the most watched episodes, the most loved episodes, and the least loved episodes.
And some of our own maladjusted statistics from
Yeah.
our podcast.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to start some trivia and statistics?
Yeah.
All right. So Emily Waltham,
Yes.
played by Helen Baxendale, stars in 9 episodes this
Oh.
season. I didn't think it was that many, but yeah.
It's total, right? Not.
Well, 13 total, because she's in
Oh.
4 more in season 5.
Okay.
So just, like on the
Right.
phone and stuff like
Right,
that.
right, right.
They
She's-
show her,
yeah.
but yeah. She's in 9 episodes,
9
which is a
times.
lot.
Yeah. So We Were on a Break is mentioned in 4 episodes during season 4. 3 times by Ross and once by Hugh Laurie.
That's right.
Seems perfectly clear you were on a break.
Chandler changes his name in the one with Rachel's new dress. He goes first with no first name,
Yeah, no name.
then no name, yeah. And then Clint,
Yeah, what's the matter with Gene?
Mark Johnson,
And John Markson.
and he'd make a good Barney. Joey says, "How you doing?" 3 times this season.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
says,
hasn't got into the groove yet.
No,
But
but he says it
but
3
yeah,
times.
they set it up.
Yep.
And everybody loved it. Yeah, Monica only says, I know once in
Oh.
season 4.
That's crazy. That's her catchphrase.
I know.
So, as far as directors, we had 9 different directors in season 4. Peter Boner's directed the most with 6 episodes, followed by Kevin Bright with 5, Gail Mancuso with 4, and Jimmy Burrows came back for one last episode in season 4. The one with all the rugby. And we had a new director, Dana DeValle Piazza, with 1 episode.
Oh.
She directed 1, and it was only in season 4.
We had 5 individual writers and 6 duos or quadruplets. Those include episodes that included like the story and teleplay by.
Right, where there were multiple writers, right.
So Scott Silveri and Shanna Goldberg Meehan wrote the most at 4 episodes together. Shanna also soloed an episode, and Scott partnered with Will Calhoun on one episode.
Yeah, they were big writers this season.
Yeah.
Our first episode aired on September 25th, 1997, and the season ended on May 7th, 1998, with the birth of Lisa Kudrow's son.
Which is super cute, by the way.
And with an average of 24.1 million viewers throughout season 4. Yeah, when it was first broadcast.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And the most watched episode was the one with Ross's wedding.
Yeah.
The big bonus 2-part episode with 31.6 million viewers tuning in to hear him say Rachel.
That was, I mean, it was a season finale, but yeah, it was a big bonus episode. It lasted an hour.
And it was like at their, when they were super popular.
Exactly. So, yep. The highest rated episodes of season 4 are episode 12, the one with the embryos, which rated 9.4.
Everybody loves that episode.
I know, we do too. Number 2 is episode 23 and 24, which was the bonus episode.
Right.
The one with Ross's wedding, 9.1. And the third is episode 8, the one with Chandler in a box at 9. What were our least favorite episodes, Adam?
Oh, well, let's see. We have the famous episode 21, the one with the invitation, at 6.9. That's the lowest.
That's pretty low. Yeah.
No, people don't care for the rehashing.
They don't like the clip shows. No.
Yeah. And followed by episode 9, the one where they're going to a party. Everybody's like, Gandalf never showed. They don't party.
Where was Timothy Oliphant?
I think it's a weird strategy to build something up and then end boring.
Right. They ended up back at the coffee house at 9 p.m.
like I want to look. I don't know what the rating is for the one with Paul Rudd. Where him and Ross are just
hanging out
and being bored. I mean, it's kind of boring to watch people be bored. Not that they're not funny, but but you're kind of like, do something.
It's a build up to nothing.
Yeah. And ending with episode 2, the one with the cat. 7.9.
Not your favorite.
Not my favorite. Not anybody's favorite from the sound of it.
No.
Like the whole cast is kind of like,
they didn't.
We did it as a favor.
Right. They were like, just do it. So I looked up an article. Entertainment Weekly wrote about season 4 of Friends. Like The Nanny TV show.
Okay.
Friends trades on regular one-liner jokes, right? Unlike The Nanny, they're funny and non-creepy.
Yikes.
In fact, Friends is now the most underrated component of must-see TV. I don't know if that's anywhere else, but in the U.S., it's must-see TV week or
right.
Yeah.
Right. They used to have that little block. Right.
And this season, the freshly invigorated Matthew Perry and a delightfully uncorked Courtney Cox are especially strong, as in the new love interest for Perry's Chandler, played by the charmingly brisk Paget Brewster.
Aww.
So I thought that was nice.
That's
and then the Rotten Tomato score is 95% fresh for season 4.
For season 4.
Yep. All right, you ready for some maladjusted statistics?
Sure.
All right, so our number 1 listened to episode is number 5, the one with Joey's new girlfriend. Actually, it's the re-release of the one with the boobies. I think the word boobies is what made it popular. We have more downloads of that one than any other episode.
Are they talking about boobies?
We have the biggest following in the U.S., specifically
makes sense.
Uniondale, New York. Is our highest rated location for listeners. The second,
Uniondale.
right? The second largest following in the UK.
Shropshire, really.
We also have listeners in Germany and Singapore. This year, the Misfits hit 10,000 downloads. We produced our 100th episode, and we grew our followers on Facebook from 500 to 1,600.
Aw, well, we can all grow up.
We're getting there. It's only season 4. All right, so let's go through our season 4 reactions.
Okay.
Season 4 is over.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe we started with a jellyfish sting and ended with a failed wedding. And the hookup of all hookups. Although it is an R&R ending, I think we saw a lot of changes among the friends, and it's one of my favorite seasons.
Yep. Lots of fun character interactions this season. Chandler and Joey have a love triangle. There's trivia and apartment hopping. Monica's obsessiveness and her orgasm cheat sheet. Rachel continues her trend of wrecking Ross's other relationships. And Lisa amended Phoebe's storyline, probably for the better, by getting pregnant.
Yeah.
And Ross and Emily... Shit, sorry, Emily. I mean,
what can you say?
I don't know what to say to Emily.
And there's a lot of Emily hate. We could talk about it next season, but I mean, she didn't really do anything. Like, she just met Ross and they fell in love, and
because of this history with him and Rachel,
yeah,
I mean,
it ruined the wedding.
Yeah.
So. We heard Ross's sound,
yeah,
which is the inspiration for the podcast intro music, which when I recorded, I said it wasn't my favorite, but I do love it. We had some amazing guest actors: Bonnie, Kathy, Emily, Joanna, Sophia, Trigger, Dirty Girl, Richard's son, Frank and Alice, and the unforgettable Josh Ua.
Not to mention all the fabulous guests from the UK. Hugh Laurie killed it.
Oh, for sure.
The Duchess of York. I got that right?
Yeah.
Yes. That billionaire guy, the absolutely fabulous lady, Sister Serpent, Einstein. It really made it seem like they were in England. And of course, the airport set. Props to the crew for slightly changing it each time.
That's right, because you had Yemen, and then you had her going to New York, to London. So Chandler had a lot going on this season. He met, fell in love, stole Kathy, then lost her. But in between, he learned how to properly please a woman with the help of Monica and the infamous 7 scene.
Yep.
And it may have something to do with it just not lasting one night with them.
Yeah. She was like, that was really nice. Yeah. Did she forget, or did she?
Oh, no. I think she, you're coming over tonight again, right?
Yeah. Here's your list of numbers in the right order.
Let's mix it up today.
Yeah, you don't say about the one night stand. But of course, Monica did nearly date Richard's son. Joey got to hang out with Charlton Heston naked. Yeah. There was free porn.
Yes.
And surrogating for family. And we had Chandler in a box. Nobody wants a Chandler in a box.
That's true. We also have the clip show, which at the time was great, but when watching them on repeat is a bit boring. And we also had a lot of trips back and forth to London.
Right. There was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't see the airport scenes for that. Oh, they also used the airport scene when Emily came back.
They did it for that, and they did when he went to Yemen.
That's right.
It was part of the cast this year.
They were like, we're going to get a lot of use out of this set. All right, are you ready to do some favorites?
Yeah.
All right, so favorite lines, season count. Here's mine, okay?
Okay.
Chandler had 7. Monica had 4. Joey had 4. Rachel had 2. Phoebes had 1. Ross had 1. And 1 each for Emily, Trigger, Kathy, Alice, and Mr. Hugh Laurie.
Oh, nice.
How about you?
I had Chandler with 6.
Okay.
He was my leader. Monica in second place with 5. Joey with 5 also.
Wow.
Ross and Phoebe each got 2. And Rachel only got 1 for me this year. And then 1 each for Joanna, Emily, and Mrs. Birkin, Joshua's mommy.
So what were our grand totals?
So all the side characters each got 1 each.
Okay.
Emily got 2.
Okay.
Ross got a total of 3, as did Phoebe and Rachel.
Wow.
Joey got 9, as well as Monica. And Chandler was the winner again with lucky number 13.
We love Chandler lines. All right, here's my 3 favorite lines from season 4. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Chandler, season 4, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the jellyfish. Oh my God. If you say that one more time, I'm going to break up with you. Monica, season 4, episode 3,
Okay.
the one with the cuffs.
Right.
You don't have to stick up for her. She can't hear you.
Oh.
And the last one is Emily, season 4, episode 23, the one with Ross's wedding, part 1. Don't you point your pants at me.
Now, was that your favorite, or is the first one your favorite?
The first one's my number. Do you want me to do it in reverse order?
I'm just asking for clarification.
Yeah. No, Chandler's number, that was my number 1.
So you just started with number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
My 3 favorites are, and again, I don't think I put them in any order.
Okay.
I was just kind of like...
Here's my 3 favorite.
Yeah. From that one with Phoebe's uterus, Monica's terrific line that ends strong with a 7, 7, 7. And I tried to send that crazy Ross a little bit of love with a line from the one with Rachel's crush. Cookies and porn, you're the best mom ever. And Joey from the season opener, if I had to, I'd pee on any one of you.
Aw. So sweet, Joey. Joey is a lot of love this season.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite outfit season counts. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Rachel got 9 for me.
Okay.
Both Phoebe and Monica got 5.
Nice.
Chandler got 3, 1 ironic.
Oh, okay.
Cheryl, the dirty girl, got 1.
Right.
Sophie, Rachel's partner at the office, got 1. Sorry, Ross and Joey. No love.
No
love
for
on the
Ross and Joey.
outfits. No. How about you?
I have Rachel with 7.
Okay.
I had Monica with 5. Phoebe with 3. Chandler with 2, and they're both ironic. Joey with 1, and his was ironic. Kathy 2. And then I have 2 stripper wins. I picked Candy, the fighter pilot from the strip club. And then I also picked the stripper from the bachelor party, dressed in her security guard or police outfit. So yeah, go strippers, I guess. Not sure how I feel about that. But then Richard Branson won and Olivia Williams won.
So no Ross love this season.
No.
You didn't give him one. I didn't give him one.
No.
Well, he needs to stop dressing like a toddler.
Yeah, he's usually in kind of bland work suits.
Yeah.
Or
his corduroys.
Yeah, his little toddler outfits.
All right, so what were the totals for the season?
The totals are Rachel wins with 16.
Wow.
Monica comes in second with 10. Phoebe right behind her with 8. Chandler has 2 regulars and 3 ironics. Joey has an ironic. Kathy had 2. And then, we had various side characters.
Yes.
Sophie, Cheryl, Stripper, Richard Branson, and Olivia.
Yeah. No love for Ross. We also had double wins a couple times for Monica.
Oh.
So we had 2 double wins where Monica was our best dressed for both of us.
Right.
And 3 double wins for Rachel, meaning Rachel was our best dressed for the episode.
Well, what Rachel lacks in witty comments, she definitely makes up in fashionable choices, I guess.
All right. So top 3 episodes for season 4.
Okay.
So we both love the one with the embryos, right?
Right.
And it would be our number 1 pick each.
Right.
So we're going to pick 3 of our other favorite episodes.
So the ultimate winner is the one with the embryos.
Yeah, it's our favorite. It's the reason we love Friends so much.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that good storyline balancing Phoebe's sweet endeavor of doing this favor for her brother with the amazing trivia game that is just the best.
Right. It's just an all-around great episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So I went with, in no particular order, the one with the jellyfish.
Okay.
The episode, the whole I'd pee on any one of you, Chandler ending up peeing on Monica. It's just a really good episode. And, the shouting, we were on a break. They were together for like a half of episode.
Right.
So I just really like that one.
Yeah.
The one with all the wedding dresses. I just think that's really funny. I like how the girls get all the wedding dresses on. I like how Phoebe rents hers from It's Not Too Late. I love how Rachel answers the door in the wedding dress and shouts, "I do," to Joshua. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
And then the one with Ross's wedding part 2. It's just really funny, especially with that opening scene where we discover Monica and Chandler in bed together.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that Rachel goes to London, sees Ross, and ends up just saying congratulations is really sweet. So,
Yeah.
even though it ruined the wedding. How about you?
I went with the one with the dirty girl.
Okay.
I mean, I like the dirty girl storyline. It's a funny sitcom storyline. And then you also have, that's the same episode where Chandler's getting Kathy the book.
Oh, yeah.
And Joey's trying to get her a present that's better than the book. Like, I that's one of those that I feel like the whole thing works really well. I went with Chandler in a box, the one with Chandler in a box, too. Again, Chandler's sacrifice for Joey turns out really sweet.
Yeah.
Monica and Richard's son. And Ross is picking on Rachel. That's the one where he finds out that she returns
is
stuff.
Sentimental. Yeah.
But I like when he's picking on her through the whole episode. And she's like, we have company. And then I also picked the one with the jellyfish.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. All right. So themes we explored in season 4. Theme 1, Phoebe being a surrogate. She starts with a puppy that she gives away, then tells Alice and Frank that she will carry their babies.
Yeah.
Ends up getting pregnant within a few hours of the implantation of the embryos. Starts to eat meat because of it. Discovered she's having triplets and gets to name one, and ends up not chasing Rachel because, I mean, she's carrying a litter.
Right.
But overall, it's a really sweet storyline and a really funny way of covering up Lisa's true pregnancy.
Exactly.
And just the fact that they're for her brother and she milks that for the whole season.
Right. It's good comedy, plus it's sweet.
It is, yeah.
Like I said in the thing, I don't know what their storyline was going to be for Phoebe this week, but I feel like her getting pregnant
really helped.
Really helped.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're very clunky with her the first couple seasons. So giving a clear kind of thing to the whole season, I think helped.
It did.
Theme 2, Ross and Rachel. Together, then separate, then ruin a wedding. Rachel splits up Bonnie and Ross only to break up with him 24 hours later or less. Ross dates some people in Poughkeepsie and Nova Scotia, and then a dirty girl, and finally Emily, who they only met because of Rachel trying to seduce Joshua.
I know. It's all Rachel. She pushed her towards him.
Which she tries several times to spin the bottle and the cheerleading and to get him to go out with her. And then they break up when she proposes.
I can't believe he went out with her in the first place, but that's okay.
Well, he was probably like, this is probably bad. I mean, obviously, his last girlfriend burned all of his stuff, so he tends to like the crazy girls.
It's true. It's true.
Then she answers the door in the wedding dress, which is just sad, and that ought to do it. But then she goes to London to break up Ross and Emily.
Yes.
She chickens out because she sees Ross all happy, and then Ross brings it home with the "I take the Rachel" line that brings the house down, shocks the hell out of everybody.
It's like, could it be, I know I'm going to use a Chandler, could it be any worse? I mean, could this situation, their relationship, anything be any worse? It's
no.
All right, theme 3, Chandler's love life. Its first tumultuous start with Kathy and swift ending, then fake moving to Yemen to get away from Janice, and she fell for it.
Yeah.
She fell for it. None of his friends did anything while he was supposedly leaving.
They probably didn't even hug him.
No. And then grumpy in London. He went very grumpy in London until he and Monica get together and a possible hint at more later on.
Then he's happy in London.
I know.
In London?
I do think, though, that he really did love Kathy. Like, that was the first girl I think he actually, like, connected with.
Yeah, I think she was the first one that was smart enough and pretty enough and sweet enough that he was like, oh, this is
what love is like. Yeah, because the Ernie Koufax and the Velveteen Rabbit and all that. I mean, I think he truly loved her. Yeah. Then screwed it up.
And theme 4, apartment switching. I mean, the best episode with the trivia contest and the girls lose their apartment and then their mattresses. Monica fixes up the guy's apartment, which makes it look nice, and finishes the hardwood floors and is always the hostess. But the girls get their apartment back, and then they lose another bet with playing cards. And then they just end up switching them while the guys are at a Knicks game. And I don't know how that's supposed to work. They must have used a time turner or something. I mean, to the internet's chagrin, I guess nobody thinks they had time to do it in.
Right.
And then Monica and Rachel set everything right by kissing for a full minute, which makes everybody happy.
That would do it.
Yeah. And everybody's a winner, except for us who didn't get to see the kiss.
All right. We're going to take a quick break before we break down the rest of the episode.
When Monica and Rach move into Joey and Chandler's apartment, Monica discovers a dead switch and becomes determined to find out what it really does.
Here are some of the things that Monica does during her light switch obsession. 1. She switches it off and on and checks every outlet. 2.
She plugs noisy equipment into each outlet to see if the switch controls any of them.
3. She goes down to City Hall and buys electrical plans for the building. She only had to wait in line for 3 hours and pay $25. 4.
She knocks holes in the walls, floor, and ceiling to follow the wire.
5. She asks the maintenance guy, Trigger, to figure out what it does. He can't. 6.
Hires a $200 an hour electrician to figure out what it does, and he can't.
7.
And gives herself 7 pretty serious shocks.
8.
Gives up and never discovers that it actually controls the plug with her TV in her old apartment.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
We're ready to break down some side characters.
Amazing.
We had some great guest characters this season. So many visitors stopped by. Returning for just the first episode of season 4 is Christine Taylor as Bonnie. And then Terry Garr makes another appearance as Phoebe's birth mom.
Right.
We had Dan Gauthier as Chip Matthews. Allison LaPaca as Joanna. And Laura Dean as Sophie.
Poor Sophie.
I know.
We had Penn Jillette as the door-to-door salesman. Mike Haggerty as Trigger. Padgett Brewster as Kathy. And Rebecca Romaine as Cheryl, the dirty girl.
Michael Vartan stopped by as Richard's son, Dr. Tim Burke.
Oh.
Taylor Negron was Alessandro from Alessandro's. Fred Toller was Stu at Alessandro's. And then we had, of course, Deborah Jo Rupp and Giovanni Ribisi as Alice and Frank Jr.
Yes, always great to see them. We had Sherry Shepard as Rhonda, the museum tour guide with the fake tatas. Ellen Baxendale as Emily. Paxton Whitehead as Mr. Waltham. And Charlton Heston.
Tate Donovan stopped by as Josh Ua. Maggie Wheeler showed up again as Janice.
Oh my God.
John Bennett Perry showed up as Mr. Bergen. And Pat Crawley as Mrs. Bergen. And then Jane Sibbett and Jessica Hitch stopped by in episode 18 as Susan and Carol.
And L.A. Gold and Christina Pickles as Jack and Judy Geller, of course. Sarah Ferguson, Richard Branson, Jennifer Saunders as Mrs. Waltham.
Heathcote Williams as the drunk guest. Tom Conti as Mr. Waltham. Hugh Laurie, angry plane passenger. And June Whitfield as the housekeeper.
And then we also had Jane Carr as the ticket counter lady. And Olivia Williams as Felicity.
All right, some favorite of our side character quotes. I like when Giovanni, Frank Jr., when questioned about whether he likes when he sees 3 people walking down the street, and he goes, yes!
Yes!
Like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I like Joanna's line, Put your sad little muffin back in its drawer.
I gotta go with Trigger when he goes, my mom was right. I'm just a big potato with arms, legs, and a head.
Oh. And I liked Emily's line, apparently to you people, I look like someone who's got a balloon full of cocaine stuffed up their bum.
When Alice stops by and asks Phoebe to name one of the triplets and says that she's naming the girl baby Leslie and Frank Jr. is naming the boy baby Frank Jr. Chandler calls out, wouldn't that just be Frank the Third? And she goes, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. And then I'm going to end on a quote from Joshua's mommy. Well, Joshua, that $500 was for groceries.
Oh, so mean. Are you ready to break down the main characters of season 4?
I am ready.
All right.
All right. I'm going to start with Monica Geller.
Woo-hoo.
So Monica had quite the arc this year.
Yeah, she did.
She started off the season getting stung by a jellyfish and telling Chandler she'd never date him because he's the guy that peed on her.
Maybe she forgot about that, too.
Then she dates, like, the most popular guy in school and dumps him because he mentally never left high school or has some type of disability. I'm sorry, Chip, but you are your father's biggest disappointment. In episode 3, she caters for her mom's and bakes her fingernail into a quiche or something, I forget, and then pouts about it. But then she pulls a Monica and ends strong. In the next episode, after Joey nearly gets her evicted, she tells him to suck like never before and then makes fun of him for liking to dance. Straight guys are also allowed to like to dance, Monica.
That's right.
Episode 5, she makes fun of R&R's relationships, both the cake-sucking boyfriend and the babysitting job. And she steals Phoebe's cold and then gets grossed out when Phoebe tries to steal it back. In episode 6, she compliments Rebecca Romaine's ass before catering a funeral for 60 guests for an old vaudevillian gal who does not want to pay her. In episode 7, she mostly reacts to Ross's sound.
Yeah, she does.
As do we all. In episode 8 is where she almost goes multi-generational on the Burke family. Then in episode 9, Monica ends her short-lived catering business to work for Alessandro at Alessandro's. In episode 10, Monica hires dragons so she can slay the beast in front of her staff to display dominance. It pretty much works out after she spills marinara all over herself.
Aww.
In episode 11, our little harmonica gives Chandler some sex advice that ends in a powerful 7. In episode 12, Monica's gambling addiction leads to the greatest trivia competition of all time. That's right, suck it, Jeopardy! And she loses big time, but it was Rachel's fault. In episode 13, without the bigger, better apartment, Monica goes through hostess withdrawal, as do we all at some point in our lives. So she just has to make that other apartment better. Episode 14, trying to help Chandler through the breakup phases, she takes him to a strip club. And then that fails, and she helps him out by describing what kind of woman she'd like to be with. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Side note, ladies, that helps with most guys' moods.
Oh my God. I'll let it slide.
Episode 15. Monica obsesses over a light switch and never finds out that it was before the apartments were chopped up into smaller units and controls something in her own apartment. Episode 16. She attends Rachel's fake going away party for Emily and tries to embarrass Ross as much as possible. Episode 17. Here Monica balances her encouragement of Ross to grab that fairy tale romance while simultaneously watching too much porn with the guys. In episode 18, Monica supports her friend Rachel by cooking for her and then hearing about the lingerie she wore to dinner.
That's okay, I've got nice boobs.
Episode 19, here she strategizes with Rachel about getting their apartment back, and then they just steal it. As a bonus, she makes out with Rachel for a full minute. Episode 420, after picking up Emily's wedding dresses, Monica becomes obsessed with wearing it, like as if it were a gambling light switch. In episode 21, she whines to Rachel about Rachel not going to the wedding and flashbacks and stuff. In episode 22, here she tries to help Phoebe deal with her pregnancy mood swings with a poorly thought out baby shower. In episode 23, she helps Emily figure out that she can postpone the wedding after the finding the hall rubbled. And then she helps Ross come up with the idea of lighting that rubble. In episode 24, in the last episode of the season, let's see, she gets picked on by her mother. That hobo from A Clockwork Orange tells her that she looks good for being Ross's mom. And then harmonica goes bing.
Oh, nice one. I see what you did there. All right, let's do some favorite Monica quotes.
Yes.
One of mine is when Chip Matthews comes to pick her up and she goes, "Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet," as she's running across the apartment.
Very nice. Mine is when she's like, "Okay, Phoebe, you suck too." Just a little bit of honesty there for Phoebe.
When she's trying to get Ross to go to the airport to see Emily or to go to London, and Chandler goes, "It's over," and she goes, "It's not over. You're over. I don't know."
And I'm going to go with when Joey almost got them evicted, and she tells him, "You go down there and you suck up to him. I mean, you suck like you've never sucked before."
And I do like, even though it's cringy, that Tim Burke comes over for Thanksgiving. When Ross and Rachel are arguing, she goes, "Oh, we've got company."
One of my favorite Monica quotes is when she tells her mom, "You promised Dr. Weinberg you'd never use that phrase." So sad.
It tells so much story in just one line.
Yeah.
Poor Monica. She loses their apartment this season, but she does get it back by kissing Rachel. She dates Richard's son for about 4 hours.
They never really date.
No, they
good.
kissed. So, yeah, it's so gross. She caters a few gigs with Phoebe before being told to quit, bitch, at Alessandro's.
Aw. All right, so Monica starts off this season dating Chip, the wedgie king of Long Island, Matthews. And then she gets her head chef job. And at the end of the season, during a low point, she kind of settles for Chandler, kind of not knowing that that's going to work out great. And then she becomes more obsessive than we've known her to be.
Yes.
But also becomes more Monica.
Yes. I think seasons 4 is where we start to see the real characters are settling into their roles and where they're going to be and what they're going to do. And she does. She's very obsessive about like the light switch and everything else, and winning. That this is who Monica is for the rest. So, all right, let's go into Chandler Bing, season 4.
Bing-a-ling.
In the beginning, Chandler is trying to convince Monica he is dating material, and then ends the episode by peeing on her.
Yeah. Not being able to look at her anymore.
In episode 2, 28 years later, Joey was born and Chandler was raw. As well as avoiding telling Phoebe that the cat is Julio and belongs to a little girl.
Yeah.
Episode 3, Chandler gets saucy and handcuffed to the office chair, and then a filing cabinet, and then back to the office chair. Milton Berle has nothing on him for all of a matter of a few minutes. In episode 4, Chandler tries to quit the gym, but he faces Maria, the lycra spandex gym-covered treat, but ends up trying to quit the bank because Ross joined the gym. They open a joint checking account together and have $50 removed for the rest of their lives.
Oh, it's still being removed today.
In episode 5, he develops a crush on Kathy, Joey's new girlfriend, and ends up sleeping with Monica's couch.
Ooh, switcheroo there.
In episode 6, Chandler's crush evolves and he buys Kathy a first edition of the Velveteen Rabbit. And Joey buys her a clock pen. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Chandler crosses the line in episode 7 with Kathy. Then they kiss and then kiss some more. And he tries to suppress his feelings, so he buys all new furniture for the apartment.
Oh, guilt furniture.
Chandler says in episode 8, says he'll do anything for Joey's forgiveness. He spends Thanksgiving unspeaking in a wooden box until Joey forgives him and he goes after Kathy.
Oh.
In episode 9, Chandler and Ross are so excited they call off work to party with Gandalf.
Yes.
But end up back at the Perk by 9 p.m. with Joey. In episode 10, Chandler gets showered with gifts while setting Rachel up with some of his coworkers, but blabs about her wanting to be flung and ends up taking her to a hockey game and asking if there's ever a time she wanted to sleep with another woman. I guess there is never a good time for that.
Joe.
What? I almost fell for it. In episode 11, Chandler receives the best education of his lifetime. 7. And Kathy is very grateful.
Yes.
Chandler dominates in guessing what is in Rachel's shopping bag and bets Monica the apartment that they know them better than the girls do.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Chandler Bong wins the ladies' apartment and their mattresses, moves everything in one night, and celebrates Phoebe's pregnancy. Episode 13, Chandler ruins his relationship with Kathy by assuming that the lack of heat on stage means she's cheating on him with Nick. He gets drunk and later finds out she wasn't, but now is cheating on him with Nick. They were not on a break. In episode 14, the ladies help Chandler through the 3 phases of the breakup by taking off his sweatpants and helping him imagine himself with his friends and the strippers. In episode 15, Chandler's trying to avoid Janice, packs everything he owns, and moves to Yemen.
I want you to take off.
In episode 16, Chandler is a loser support for Rachel when she cannot seduce Joshua, but is there when she does end up seducing him.
Right. He gets to enjoy that moment with them.
In episode 17, Chandler and Joe get free porn and pretty much spend the entire episode watching it without sound. In episode 18, Chandler's dad, or Matthew Perry's dad, stops by the set while Chandler convinces Phoebe and Joey that he hates his name and is going to change it so that Phoebes will name the 3rd triplet Chandler, and he prevails.
Yes.
In episode 19, the boys play a game of cards with the girls to keep the apartment and get courtside Knicks tickets. They win the game, but the girls steal their apartment back while they're at the game and kiss to seal the deal.
Ooh.
Before he finds out Ross and Emily are engaged.
Right.
Episode 420, Chandler takes Joey to a sleep clinic for his snoring problems and then a pajama store. He ends up meeting a girl who screams in her sleep. In episode 21, in the clip show, Chandler and Joey try to find purpose by discussing the possibility of maybe somewhat climbing Mount Everest, but end up just renting Die Hard again.
Yep.
In episode 22, he fights with Ross and Joey about who should be the best man, makes fun of Joey for losing the ring, but ultimately tries to help solve the problem and cries when Ross picks them both for best man. In episode 23, he's super grumpy on his trip to London.
He is super grumpy.
It's about all he does. In episode 24, he bombs his best man toast and tries to cheer up Monica and does a pretty good job.
Oh.
All right, favorite Chandler quotes.
Yeah. What's your favorite Chandler quote?
My God, if you say that one more time, I'm going to break up with you.
I like his guess for Phoebe. Pregnant woman slays 4.
Were you so late because you were burying this woman? Because when he goes to Poughkeepsie.
And I like when he looks at Phoebe and it's like, Santa pants. Santa Claus's pants.
And I love when Rachel gets mad because she hears the rooster crowing, goes over, bangs on the door, and goes, wake up, wake up, wake up. What is that noise? And Chandler goes, you?
And I'm going to end with, actually, it's Miss Chandler Bong.
It's a great line. Chandler moved to Yemen to avoid breaking up with Janice. He packed up everything. All he had to say was, I don't want to see you right now. I don't want to see anyone right now.
Yeah.
He was really in love this season, as I mentioned before, with Kathy.
Right.
And then he self-sabotaged before grumpily going to London and ends up comforting Monica.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this, after the last season, she had that, that big head, focused on the negatives. And I think Chandler came into this season kind of really wanting to start a relationship with somebody, which, led to him on crushing on Joey's girlfriend. That fell apart. So he went for his best friend's sister. I feel like the way I'm describing it sounds bad, but he loves Monica. He was with Monica.
Yeah, he does love Monica.
Next up, Joey Tribbiani. Okay, Joey starts off the season upset that he could not piss on his friend.
He got the stage fright.
After that, he tries to sell his Italian craftsmanship and gets everything else in the apartment stolen. In the third episode, he bought the letter V encyclopedia from Penn Jillette.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good purchase.
Vivisection. That's difference.
Episode 4, he goes to beat up Trigger and ends up as Trigger's dance practice buddy, but he has a good time.
Yeah.
He really enjoys that. Episode 5, Joey starts dating Kathy, and he really, really wants Chandler to like her. Not that much. In episode 6, Joey has to buy a present for his girlfriend. Oh, man. Then he gets some good credit for a better gift.
Yeah, Chandler did right by him.
Next, Joey starts dating Casey in addition to Kathy. Chandler thinks he should pick Elaine.
Who's Elaine?
Right? After finding out Chandler kissed his girlfriend, he locks him in a box for half the episode for reasons that were threefold.
He had his reasons.
Episode 9, Joey is skeptical that Gandalf is the party wizard, but Gandalf cancels. And it's a good thing because the guys are tired by like 8:30. Episode 10, Joey gets a gig playing Dragon at Alessandro's. And after not getting fired, he gets fired. Episode 11, after the dragon thing failed, Ross gets him a job as a tour guide at his museum, but won't sit with Joey at lunchtime. And then they learn too much about Ross's coworker. In episode 12, after defending the lives of the duck and the chick, he wins Monica and Rachel's apartment. He shotguns Monica's bedroom. In episode 13, Joey mostly enjoys cookies and porn before consoling Chandler after the Kathy thing. In episode 14, he goes fishing before working with Charlton Heston and stinking up the place. In episode 15, he is there for Ross as he plays rugby for pretty much no reason at all.
Right. Except to understand what Red Ross is.
Right. In episode 16, he happily participates in Emily's fake bon voyage party and even gets a couple kisses from the English chippy.
All right, that's enough.
Episode 17, OMC, he's got free porn! And then he gets porn fatigue.
I never heard of porn fatigue before.
I get the porn fatigue sometimes.
Hey.
Oh. Episode 18, he wants Phoebe to name the baby so badly that he insults his best friend.
Right? He makes him feel really bad about his name.
And then he loses. In episode 19, in this episode, Joey gets free season tickets to the Knicks, which is a price equivalent of an estimated $17,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he sees Monica and Rachel kiss, but he gets his old bedroom back. In episode 20, here Joey starts snoring, so Chandler makes him go to a sleep clinic, and he gets a mouth guard that tastes so good. In episode 21, he thinks about renting Die Hard with Chandler while flashbacks happen. In episode 22, as the worst best man ever, he lets his pet duck eat the engagement ring and tries to pin the blame on an innocent stripper. In episode 23, he goes sightseeing in London and makes Chandler Westminster crabby before meeting royalty alone and then brags about it. In episode 24, he gets to make out with Olivia Williams, and he is in the wedding while holding a phone.
All right, what are some of our favorite Joey quotes?
Favorite Joey quotes. Joe, you go first.
I love when he's at the Charlton Heston movie thing and he goes, he smells like he went on a 3-day fishing trip and then ate some licorice. Just cracks me up. Look at that, Charlton Heston eating a licorice whip. What about you?
I like when he's talking to Ross in the Dirty Girl episode, and he's like, "Now you go get that beautiful pig."
I like when Chandler brings Janice back and she starts laughing. And he goes, "There it is."
There it is. I like when when he after he gets fired from Alessandro's, he's like, "Looks like it's going to be a lean Christmas at the Dragon House this year." Lean, lean, lean.
And this was from a recent episode when he took him to the sleep clinic. I got to do what I got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Just do it. I don't know why, but I just love it.
And my last Joey quote is going to be, Well, if you don't want to play, then why'd you come to the party?
With the little hat tip.
Hat tip.
Joey is the friend's friend.
Yeah.
Like, he felt bad about the robbery. He gave up Kathy for Chandler, but he was also duped when it came to naming the baby after him. He's just like the all-round friend's friend.
Yeah.
He had some good things go on this season, but nothing like really changed him, or he didn't evolve in any way.
No.
But he's like a good friend.
Yeah.
He also volunteers to eat meat for Phoebe while she's
to not eat meat.
To not eat meat while Phoebe's pregnant.
Yeah.
Because she has to eat meat for the baby.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Joey has a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Kathy thing nearly hurt his friendship with Chandler, but they weirdly let it bring them closer together.
Yeah.
And he's always available to help his friends. And finally, at season 4, he wants to know, how you doing?
I'm okay, baby. How are you? All right, Phoebe Buffet, season 4. In episode 1, Phoebe confronts her mom's friend in Montauk, who she thinks knows where her dad is, but actually finds out that she's her birth mom.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
In episode 2, she's feeling guilty about her new mom, so Phoebe pretends that her mom is in a cat named Julio.
Yeah, she pretends.
She yells at Ross to be more understanding for taking the cat back. In episode 3, Phoebe helps Monica cater a party for Judy Geller and then changes what pulling a Monica is and exercises her breasts.
Yeah.
In episode 4, Phoebe does some feet flirting, crosses the line with a client, gets fired, and then tells interviewers that she was fired for being a whore.
Amazing.
In episode 5, Phoebe dominates with her sexy, cold singing voice, sticky shoes, gives her cold to Monica, then tries to get her cold back by licking Monica's soup, collecting her tissues, and kissing Gunther.
Yeah. Phoebe kissed me the other day.
Oh, okay. In episode 6, Phoebe plays hard ass and wuss with Monica by catering a funeral and collecting the money that they were owed.
Yeah.
In episode 7, Phoebe feels outshined by Ross's sound, but eventually, after Monica jokes about her sucking too, gets it back and is able to finish the set.
Yeah.
In episode 8, plays head chef while Monica goes to the eye doctor and then spies a purse snatcher instead of Chandler catching up with Kathy.
Yeah, that she does. Yeah.
In episode 9, she gets a little peeved when Monica is offered the head chef position at Alessandro's, but realizes that she can't form the new A-team with their van and encourages Mom to take the job.
Yeah.
In episode 10, Phoebe makes up a Christmas/Hanukkah song with her friends' names in it and convinces Ross to break up with both girls, Poughkeepsie and the one uptown. By the time he gets home, he'll be done.
Yeah, it's just logical.
In episode 11, she gets asked by Frank and Alice to be their surrogate for their baby, gives her mom's puppy to Frank and Alice, and says she'll carry their litter, then capitalizes on the joke of carrying her brother's babies for the rest of the season.
That's right, she does.
In episode 12, Phoebe is oblivious to the trivia game as she is thick and implanted with 5 embryos. She takes a test 2 hours after implantation and is pregnant.
It's a miracle.
In episode 13, she tells Rachel and Joey she asked guys out thousands of times and then giggles when Joey says, "How you doing?" In episode 14, Prager's Phoebe tries to get Chandler out of his slump by accompanying him, Monica, and Rachel to a strip club and talking about how sexy they were with Rachel and Monica. In episode 15, she accompanies Ross, Joey, and Emily to a rugby match and watches Ross become red. In episode 16, the pregnancy makes Phoebe crave meat. After she eats Chandler's sandwich, Joey fixes her a steak and then promises not to eat meat during her pregnancy so she won't be killing any extra cows.
Oh, a little vegetarian support network.
In episode 17, she's shocked to find out she's carrying triplets and then tries to sell Cutco knives to make enough money to open a Saturn dealership, but ends up arguing with which name is better, Relaxy Taxi or Relaxy Cab.
Or Murder Mobile.
In episode 18, she switches to playing a drum versus guitar. Alice asks Phoebe to name the third boy baby after being told to think about Cougar. Talks to Joey and Chandler, who vie for the baby being named after both of them. Chandler wins after tricking her. He's naughty.
He is naughty.
In episode 19, she gives Monica and Rachel the idea to steal their apartment back while the guys are at the Knicks game, but later doesn't feel good about it. And also tells the girls they should have kissed from the beginning and no one would have had to move in the first place. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
No.
In episode 420, Phoebe gets a wedding dress from It's Not Too Late and plays bride with Monica and then later Rachel.
No.
Episode 21 tells Chandler he would die on Mount Everest and gets her invitation but says she cannot fly in her third trimester.
No, she cannot.
And episode 22 has amazing mood swings with the girls at her non-baby baby shower. And episode 23 asks for hugs from everyone to get stuff before they leave for London, tries to convince Rachel she doesn't love Ross, but loses when Rach runs out with her luggage because she's pregnant with triplets.
Yeah, it would be hard to chase anybody like that.
Yeah. And in episode 24, spends most of the episode trying to get a hold of someone to tell them that Rachel's coming, finally talks to Joey, and listens while Ross destroys Emily.
Oh.
All right, let's do some favorite Phoebe quotes.
All right, Phoebe quotes.
All right. I do like when she is talking about asking people out, and she says thousands of times. That doesn't make me sound too good, does it?
And I like when she told Chandler the truth about climbing Mount Everest, and you would die. She just says it straight.
I like when she says, "Oh, the baby kick." Nope, just the elastic on my underwear broke.
And then I like when she says, yeah, but Monica, do you really want to be in a relationship where you can actually use the phrase, that's not how your dad used to do it?
And I like in the last episode when she goes, "Ooh, she knew I would kick her ass."
And then I like in the mood swinging episode when she makes Rachel cry and then quips, alrighty, here come the waterworks.
It's so true. Did you know Phoebe carried her brother's triplets?
Yes.
She starts off a little rocky this season, the mom cat thing.
Yep.
But it's pretty funny while they help cover up her real pregnancy with the triplet storyline. She has some great one-liners this season and tries so hard to stop Rachel, which was all for naught. Yeah.
Yeah, the first 3 seasons, the writers really go out of their way to make Phoebe weird. And I think this season she feels more naturally weird.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference there. It's less forced and more relaxed, I guess. And I feel like it continues from here on out.
Yeah,
like they kind of find a Phoebe vibe.
Right.
More than just throwing super crazy stuff at her all the time.
Right.
All right. Are you ready for some Rachel Green?
Ready for some Rachel Green.
So Rachel starts off this season wanting to be with Ross, but she has a few things to get off her chest before that. About 18 pages worth of things, front and back. And then Ross kind of gently reminds her that they were on a break. Next, Rachel gets a jolt to her ego as Monica goes on a date with Chip Matthews, but is happy to learn that Monica dumped him. Then she learns that Chandler has hooked up with her boss, Joanna. And then she finds the Chan Man handcuffed, pantless, in Joanna's office. And she does not like that at all.
No. You have to break up with her.
In episode 4, unable to throw a pizza box away, Rachel angers Trigger, and after complaining to Joey, he nearly gets her and Monica evicted, and then she makes fun of Joey.
Yeah, after he saved her.
In episode 5, she dates a college soccer player who steals from her just to make Ross jealous. In episode 6, Ray Green does a crossword all by herself mostly.
Incredible.
In episode 7, here Rachel makes fun of Ross's sound and is saddened that he has touched her. In episode 8, she accompanies Monica to the eye doctor and proves to Ross that she is sentimental with non-gifts. Who keeps an eggshell? Is that even a thing?
I don't know. I wouldn't keep food. Plus, an eggshell wouldn't travel well.
No. Now in episode 9, Rachel has a job interview that includes Joanna that is a HR nightmare. Rachel almost gets a raise, but...
Bus?
Nope. It was a cab that took out Joanna. In episode 10, Rachel dates some of Chandler's co-workers to his profit. Episode 11, she hangs around as Monica gives Chandler advice on how to work the lady parts.
7, 7, 7.
In episode 12, after threatening to kill the chick in the duck, she participates in a trivia game that loses her apartment.
Oh.
In lucky number 13, Rachel becomes obsessed with Joshua. In episode 14, focused on Joshua, Rachel has Ross go out with Emily for her. Not a good plan. Then she goes to a strip club. In the next episode, she yells at Monica for her light switch obsession. Episode 16, she throws an impromptu bon voyage party for Emily so she can trick Joshua into liking her. In episode 17, she avoids watching the porn and pitches Relaxy Cab as a name for the buffet massage murder van. In episode 18, in Rachel's downward spiral regarding Josh, she wears lingerie to dinner with his parents.
And her boob pops out.
Yeah. In episode 19, she gives the guys season Knicks tickets before stealing the apartment and making out with her ex-boyfriend's sister. In episode 20, she desperately tries to talk Joshua into marriage after learning of Ross's coming nuptials, only, of course, to scare Joshua away. In episode 21, she marks no on the wedding invitation and reminisces. In episode 22, she throws Phoebe the worst baby shower to help with Phoebe's mood swings. It does not help with Phoebe's mood swings.
No.
In episode 23, after being informed by Phoebes that she loves Ross, she heads to London, goes back for her passport, and then she heads to London. In episode 24, after being ridiculed on an airplane, she heads to the wedding to chicken out after seeing Ross happy. But then he says her name during the wedding, so cliffhanger.
That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, Rachel quotes. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Now, when she's talking to Joanna, this is like totally my favorite line because I would totally do this.
Right.
Now, just to brief you, I may cry, but these are not tears of sadness or of anger, but of just me having this conversation.
I like that because that's how confrontations are.
Yeah.
I'm just emotional about the confrontation.
Right.
And then I like when she's like, then the waiter spilled water down my back and my boob popped out.
Oh my God, we are throwing the most depressing baby shower ever.
Aw. I like how it hits him all of a sudden.
Right.
Oh, this is stupid. I like when she's pleading with Monica and goes, because it's Richard's son. It's like inviting a Greek tragedy over for dinner.
I cannot forget the time when she opens the door and Joshua's standing there and she's wearing that wedding dress and he sees them all and she goes,
Yeah.
I do.
He's like, what the hell is going on here?
I was on the fence to begin with, but you're really hot. And now I'm just like, no.
And then I like her attempt at a guess of Chandler's job. Oh, he's a transponster.
That's not even a word. Rachel and Ross start the season together, but end the first episode broken up for good, only after she has Ross end his healthy relationship with Bonnie.
Right.
She tries to one-up him with the cake-sucking boyfriend who steals from her, practically throws Emily at him to try and seduce Joshua, which she does, and then loses him because Ross is about to beat her to the altar.
Yeah.
She discovers that she loved Ross all along and then selfishly heads to London to tell him the truth. She gets told to sit down and shut up by Hugh Laurie. She doesn't learn. She is a horrible, horrible person. No, really. She's Rachel. Here's hoping season 5 makes a difference.
Right.
I do think she kind of mellows out after this.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a little crazy in the first couple episodes,
Right.
but then she starts to like mellow out.
Right. Season 4 is Rachel at her most crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. She was mad at Ross, wanting him, not wanting him. I mean, they make fun of her later for this. But she began to see their romantic relationships as some kind of a race and got freaked out when she was losing, only to realize that she still loved that Geller guy. The fun part is next season, Ross ends up completely crazy.
Yeah.
So they're trading back and forth, I guess.
That's true. That's true. He does go off the deep end. All right. You ready to finish up with Ross Geller from season 4?
Speaking of.
All right. In episode Ross.
In episode Ross.
In episode 1, Ross chooses poorly from his newly balded girlfriend over saying he takes full responsibility for their breakup before he can't take getting slapped for gaining some perspective and screams, "We were on a break!" and learns that it isn't that common. It doesn't happen to every guy, and it is a big deal.
I doubt that.
In episode 2, he gets frustrated with Phoebe because she thinks her mom is in a cat and has to apologize to said cat while comforting Chandler and Joey after they got robbed. In episode 3, in this episode, he just makes fun of Rachel's tall tale about Chandler's girth and size.
Yeah.
He's not in the episode until that ending tag.
Slacker.
In episode 4, Ross acts like he can quit things and ends up not only joining Chandler's gym, they open up a joint checking account. Way to be strong, man.
Oh.
In episode 5, Ross tries to make Rachel jealous by babysitting for Amanda and getting a $10 tip and makes some long-distance calls.
Brag.
In episode 6, Ross takes out Cheryl and discovers she lives in a pile of garbage. And although he wants that beautiful pig, he eventually gives up.
Yeah.
In episode 7, Ross brings up his famous sound, and only Phoebe appreciates him, and then pretends to play bad to make Phoebe feel better. In episode 8, argues with Rachel about returning things until she shows him the fossil she stole from the museum the night he rolled over on the juice box.
Oh, yeah.
In episode 9, he gets excited about partying with Chandler and Gandalf before wearing socks as mittens and ending up back at the perk with Joey and him at 9 p.m.
Oh, wuss.
In episode 10, Ross is torn between two girls, one in Poughkeepsie and one uptown, who is not smart, not funny, and is a little racist.
Hard pass.
Yeah. While breaking up with one, he meets a lovely lady on the way to Nova Scotia. In episode 11, he ignores Joey in the cafeteria at the museum until he feels bad and gets people to confess that things aren't real, confess to stealing, and serial murder?
Huh?
In episode 12, he creates a masterful trivia contest for the guys against the girls and celebrates Phoebe's pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
In episode 13, he goes to see Kathy's play twice with Chandler and walks away when Chandler confronts Kathy.
I think once would have been enough.
Yeah. In episode 14, he gets begged by Rachel to take her boss's niece, Emily, to see
The Fledermaus.
In episode 15, feeling threatened by the rugby team Emily dated prior to Ross, he agrees to play rugby and gets really, really demolished until she gives him some tips and he goes Red Ross.
Right, he made him cry.
In episode 16, for Rachel again, he attends a surprise going away party for Emily so his ex-girlfriend can seduce her love interest, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel tells him he loves Emily and tells him he's not just in it for 2 weeks. Pushes him at him again.
Yeah, very weird.
In episode 17, from the encouragement of Monica, under the influence of free porn, he goes to the airport to tell Emily he loves her. She thanks him. With further encouragement, he goes to London to tell Emily he's not giving up on her, only for Emily to come to the States. In episode 18, Ross is Ross. He is totally jealous and worried about Emily spending time with Carol in London, admires luggage with Carol, and is excited when Emily comes home and does not slip Susan the tongue.
Right.
In episode 19, not wanting Emily to go back to London again, he takes out his wham earring and proposes to her. She says yes. It was romantic as hell.
Wake me up before you go.
In episode 420, Ross invites Rachel and Joshua to dinner and weirdly is comforting Rachel about their breakup. Makes me uncomfortable. In episode 21, The Clip Show, he addresses a wedding invitation like a 2-year-old and then reminisces about all the horrible times with Rachel. We were on a break! In episode 22, mad that Chandler will not choose Ross as his best man after he chooses Chandler twice, he chooses Joey, gets mad at Joey for losing his grandmother's ring, accosts the stripper, and then sentimentally chooses both guys as his best men.
Real roller coaster on that episode.
I know. In episode 23, he gives Emily the finger. No, just the timeout. So. While she is upset about the hall being torn down in Chicken Kiev, after zipping his Red Ross in his pants, he then yells at Monica for encouraging Emily to postpone the wedding and lights up the broken down hall to woo her back. helps his dad argue about splitting the bill for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
In episode 24, he continues to referee the argument over the bill, threatens no grandchildren, sees Emily in her dress, and just hugs Rachel when she arrives. Gets mad at Joey for talking on the phone to Phoebes while walking down the aisle, and then he says Rachel's name at the altar. Forget about rehearsing I do. Try remembering the woman's name.
Yeah. Emily. Rachel. Damn it.
So,
Ross quotes.
Ross' favorite quotes, I love, and we say it all the time when Chandler says, wish me luck, and he goes, good luck!
Said, wish it. All right, well, after Rachel tells him that they better make the reservations for 3, Ross says, oh, see, I don't know if we're going to be hungry at 3.
You love that one. I like when Monica says, you're welcome, after she says, did you tell Emily not to postpone
Yeah.
the wedding? And he goes, am I?
I like when he's about to play sound and he's like, you should think of my work as wordless sound poems. Yeah, that's what music is, Ross.
That's right. I like when he comes home after telling Emily he loves her at the airport. She said, thank you. I said, I love you. And she said, thank you.
And she said, thank you. I gave her my heart and she gave me a pen.
Oh, that's a good movie.
And I like when Ross is at the play with Chandler and he's like, here's your girlfriend's button.
Let's discuss Ross.
Okay.
He's a glutton for punishment.
Yep.
That and a pure pushover. He does a lot this season to really try and one-up Rachel after the beach.
Yeah.
Which, did you notice, they did not make an annual thing.
No.
But he also never really gets over her. And it's evident when he tries to comfort her when Joshua scares easily.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pushover because he let Rachel talk him into a surprise going away party for Emily, ruining his night he planned.
Right.
So that she could just seduce some guy. Then he lets Monica talk him into going to the airport and then to London. Wait, is this all Monica's fault? Anyway, he's clearly not over Rachel. He said her name at the altar, crushing poor Emily. Way to go, Ross.
Way to go, Ross.
What a season.
Ross is a man that's a little too desperate for a relationship.
Yeah.
He went headlong for Carol, then Rachel, then Emily. Just take some time and find some Ross time. Get to know Ross a little bit better before charging into another relationship. But he doesn't, which is why he goes insane next season.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Rachel, would you calm down?
How do we lose again? I hate that apartment. And I gave away my dad's tickets. And you need to shut up. You're already on thin ice. Hey, you know what?
What, Phoebe?
The guys will be at the game for a while, and I just saw Jasmine with the massage and spa softball team down at Central Perk. We could go get all the girls and just switch the apartments back.
Phoebe, that's a great idea. Okay, ladies, you 3 are moving the kitchen stuff. I'll put stuff on the table and you take it over and bring some of ours back with you. I'll put it away. You two work on getting those bedrooms empty. Carry the stuff over, set it outside the bedroom over there. Rachel, you supervise them. Once these are empty, we'll move our stuff and decorate.
I'm on it.
Phoebe, you supervise the last 3. They are moving the big stuff, couches, TVs, beds, when we're ready.
Sir, yes, sir. We won't let you down, Captain.
Remember, ladies, let's be efficient. We only have 5 hours left before those boys get home, and we've got to have it all done. Gunther's bringing more coffee, so let's go, let's go, let's go! We're back.
All right, we're back again.
Yeah.
So, what are my final thoughts?
Yeah, what are your final
What
thoughts?
are my final thoughts on the season?
season 4?
On season 4. Well, out of the seasons we've done thus far, I think season 4 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Our friends' bonds with one another grow deeper here.
Yep.
The thespians and the writers are relaxing into the characters now, and I think we're getting some reliable, funny stuff episode after episode.
Yeah.
I'm ready for season 5. I mean, Chandler and Monica hiding their relationship, Joey being disgusting, Ross can't flirt, cops, lots of pivots happening in season 5. I'm excited.
Yeah, this is a fun season. So much happens. So much growth and change and development, from peeing on a jellyfish sting to saying the wrong name at the altar. This season has one of our most favorite episodes, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The R&R stuff is in full force this season. As we mentioned, Phoebe grows this season and is doing something so great for Frank and Alice.
Yep.
And Monica and Chandler, swoon.
Aw.
Joey gets into a lot of shenanigans. He gets in the entertainment union. He gets in the entertainment union.
Oops.
Entertainment unit. He has double standards when it comes to Kathy. He loses the ring and has a great time in London, baby.
Yeah, London, baby.
All right, what was our sweater vest tracker for season 4?
Okay, well, we summed it up last week because it wasn't that hard, but we'll do it again. So season 1, there were 21 sweater vests.
Wow, that's almost one an episode.
That's almost one an episode. In season 2, he wore 6.
6, all right.
And in season 3, it was 15.
Wow.
And we only had 2 in season 4. And they were back-to-back episodes.
Just 2.
Just 2.
Wow, that's crazy. It'll be interesting to see season 5. Like,
Yeah.
did they get rid of them altogether?
Well, they don't get rid of them altogether because at some point, when they go to Vegas, they joke about his
That's
sweater
right.
vest. So
That's right.
he continues wearing them.
Right. All right, in the Magnadoodle tracker, out of 24 episodes, the Magnadoodle was shown 15 times,
Yep.
which isn't bad. So do you want to go through what we saw in the Magnadoodles?
Yes, so first episode was Spam to the World. And then after the burglary, it said, thanks for all your stuff.
And the next episode had a big smiley face.
Then we had a Blackie cow shape with a moo word bubble and a duck and a mushroom.
In the next one, we had clean up duck feathers in hallway, Trigger. And then after that, I love you, man, and a smiling man face.
And then when Chandler stepped over that line, he wrote, I'm sorry 10 times. And then I'm so sorry 4 more times.
When they were mad at Gandalf for not showing up, they wrote, whatever, dude.
And then the Christmas episode, they wrote, our Christmas tree. Put presents here with an arrow below the Magnadoodle sign.
When they were in the new apartment for the first time, it was said, have you seen the view?
And then when Chandler went with Rachel to get her nails done, somebody wrote, nice nails, Chandler, on the board.
In this episode, there was quite a bit going on. Ross was writing on the board when someone walks in.
Right.
So it starts off was, Joey enjoys the,
Mhm.
and then it changes to Joey eats little.
Right.
We never find out the ends of those sentences.
Right.
And then later it says bon voy,
Yeah.
and that's crossed out, and it says see ya.
Right. Emily Bonvoy. Never mind. I don't know how to spell voyage. After that, first it says clean the bathroom. Then it says knock knock. Who's there? Free porn.
I think Monica wrote clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then the Magnadoodle says work with a circle around it and a line crossing it out.
Yeah.
Like no work.
No work. Episode 19, it says, what's up, bro? Then it says, you snooze, you lose.
I think that's when they moved their stuff back
Yeah.
into their apartment.
Yeah.
Episode 20, it says get out and then poop.
That was a fun one.
That was.
They kept changing too. And then the last time we saw it, it said, Big Chief ain't got no firewater. And then during the
Bachelor party.
bachelor party, it said another one bites the dust.
So lots of Magnadoodles this season.
Yeah. That wraps up our bonus episode.
Woo! Season 4 is done. Cut
Done.
and print.
Cut and print on season 4.
So what's coming up next week?
Next week is we're doing Scream, starring our friend Courtney Cox.
What's our IMDb synopsis?
Well, what starts as a strange phone call quickly leads to the death of teens in the town of Wardsboro. Sidney Prescott, played by Nev Campbell, seems to be targeted while local law enforcement, our Friends alum David Arquette, and a crime reporter, our very own Courtney Cox, tried to stop the killings. It also stars Drew Barrymore, Skeet Ulrich, Rose McGowan, Jamie Kennedy, and Matthew Lillard.
Oh, that's nice. I can't wait to see it again. We watch it all the time, especially in Halloween, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Before we close out season 4, we have to give a shout out to some of our guest contributors. And I'm sorry I don't have them all because sometimes I take pictures of what they send in instead of putting it in our notes. But I do remember Sandy D, Lucy R, Michael M, and Rochelle W contributed to this season.
And thanks to anybody else who shared their thoughts and feelings throughout the season.
And please, if you're listening, get ready for season 5. You know what order they're coming. Just send us a message, Facebook, Instagram, or email, and we'll include it in the episode. We had quite a few emails just thanking us for the podcast. Nothing special, but thanking us. We went to 2 trivia contests. We met a lot of Friends fans there. We gave lots of T-shirts away. It was a lot of fun. It was a good year.
Fun times.
All right.
So no maladjusted content this week.
We talked about the concert already.
We talked about the concert already.
All right. Are you ready to get out of here and wrap this up? We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other Friends fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
If you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, pick your favorite episode and send us your musings, and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Yeah, come on. We like to hear from more of you Misfits out there.
You can always email us at themaladjustedmisfits@gmail.com.
Or we're hosted on Buzzsprout. If you'd like to help us with our costs, visit our page and click that donate button. You can also send us fan mail through that Buzzsprout. You contribute in any way, we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Absolutely. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the links in the show notes. The pages are called The One Where We Talk About Friends. Also, don't forget, we have a store on TeePublic. If you have a Friends shirt you've always wanted, send us your idea.
Joe, you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. No, you messed up. You're stupid.